There we go. That's what we wanted to see. I don't want to see me. Give you guys a couple of minutes. I said I would go live with the all new Arrma Big Rock 6S. Excuse me. Afterwards. So I see a couple of you guys are on. So we'll take a close look at this for you guys that are not able to go or come to Hobbytown tomorrow in Buford, Georgia to see this up and close and see it live. I thought there was a flash enabler. I don't know. Sometimes I use different devices, so it could be a little different. No, I don't want to do that. It's giving me stuff I don't want to do. So anyway, a couple of you guys are on. Appreciate if you smash that like button. We'll talk for just a few minutes, probably about 30 to 45 minutes or so. We'll give people a chance to come on here. So far, so good. I ran it, took it out there. I actually ran it more afterwards too, and I'm trying to actually get it cleaned up and then put the speed gear in so that I can test this tomorrow. So I see a couple of you guys are on. If I appreciate if y'all smash that like button so I'll know you guys like these kind of videos, I can continue to do it. So we got Crazy Choir Brothers on here, Mr. Mad 24, Just PX, what's going on? Got an Outcast or a 6S Outcast or Creighton to put beside it. I actually don't. I don't think I have anything. I might have that Sin Rally over here to put next to it. I got some 6-inch figures to put next to it. Jackson, what's going on? 3D Offsets, hey. Appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate if y'all smash that like button. For some reason, when I use this phone when I go live, it doesn't enable me to turn on the flash because normally there's a feature here because I was trying to turn that on, but it's not allowing me to do it. So I don't want to press something and all of a sudden everything just stops. But hopefully you guys can see this pretty good. It's pretty good lighting on it. I should have brought another little lamp I got up in here. It flashed a little bit more light on it, but hopefully this will be fine for right now. So I don't really have any cars here with me. Most of the stuff is in storage. So I wanted to go live to answer questions, show you guys any close-ups, especially for you guys that can't be at Hobbytown tomorrow. To see this up close, like I said, I'm gonna clean this up tonight, put the high-speed gearing in it, take it out for a speed run tomorrow because it hit about 57 today. So we should definitely be able to get that 65 plus tomorrow, but we'll see when we take this out. What's going on, 3D Offsets? Yeah, this truck looks nice. They did a good job, and this body is actually a lot tougher than I thought it was gonna be. I thought after I cleared all the dust off, it was gonna be all scratched up and stuff the way I was out there running, but it actually stayed good. So, what's going on, Mr. Mitos? So one of the biggest things I see people are going to be asking is how close is this to the fire team? And is this a true 7 scale? It actually is, and it is a true 7 scale, and it is designed off of, let's say, for instance, it's got the fire team chassis to it, but things are a little bit different because I did look at one earlier and look at this. The shock towers and stuff are going to be a lot different. It actually handles different than a fire team does. You guys know I did my fire team conversion. I just put a truck body and monster truck tires on there, but it handled good out there. But this actually handled how I wanted if they were going to do a monster truck conversion for the fire team. This handled just like it, or a 7 scale monster truck. And I don't think there's too many out there. There's the Hobbytown MT truck that's out there. And that's, I think the wheelbase may be a little bit shorter than this, but it does sit up a lot higher too. The center of gravity is a lot higher, and it's a little bit different than this truck. As far as performance-wise, I could talk about that if you guys want to know, as far as performance-wise, how this handles compared to the Mojave, the fire team, and the Hobbytown. And I guess there's 7 scale truggies that would be the Red Cat Shredder, because that's going to be more of a truggy. But I can tell you guys offhand, this is already going to be more durable than that. So hopefully that answers the question about this is a true 7 scale. I apologize. The only thing I have that I see over here is I have a new 14 scale card that I could put down in front of it. I can actually reveal that to you guys. But I do have a 14 scale card. I can go over there and grab it if you guys want to see that. So hanging with Jay, I'm gonna get to you guys' comments too. So I'm just trying to talk and go through this. So you guys just please bear with me a little bit. The 3S Big Rock was my first new RC since I was a kid with my Traxxas Tomcat. Cool to see a 6S version. Yeah, and this is actually good. I mean, it really is. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything like that, but this is actually good. So what's going on, Eric? Mr. Mad says 69. So we'll find out tomorrow how fast it's gonna go. We did 57 today, and we're going up what, 3 teeth on the pinion gear. So we could see 65 plus tomorrow. So we'll see when we get this out. These tires are the stock tires that's on here. So I could probably go get another cell phone and do the light and stuff on it so you guys can see that. But the tires held up. I was surprised that there was no ballooning, which was good when I took this out and ran it stock out the box. And I know some of you guys are going to go 8S and stuff like that on it. So that'll be a lot different. So Charles says, does it handle anything like the Mojave? It actually handles better than the Mojave. The Mojave is a different platform. The Mojave is going to have more body roll and stuff. And this actually handles like a truck. And it doesn't handle like the Mojaves. You guys driven it. It's got really soft suspension, and it handles like a short course truck. When you guys jump the Mojave, it jumps good, but sometimes it can catch some excuse me, some air too. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm gonna catch my breath. There we go. I'm getting it back. So, getting to these, excuse me, comments. So bear with me for just a second. As I'm trying to clear my throat, getting better. There we go. All right, there we go. So, RRC is from the UK in here. You guys give me a minute as I catch whatever I was chomping on earlier chips and I get my voice back. So if you guys can, we got about 54 people on. If you could smash that like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. I know it sucks for saying that, but it helps me out and it helps the YouTube algorithm out too. So do you think it's interchangeable with the fire team? You're gonna have to change a lot. I'll do a video comparison when I get my fire team out of storage and show that to you guys. But you're gonna have to change a lot. You're gonna have to have these side guards on the inside of it. Excuse me. You're gonna have to change out the shock towers too. I gotta look at the rear, but when I look briefly at the shock towers look different. Then you're gonna have to get the mounts for the body and stuff, and then the bumpers and stuff like that. So it's not like you can just buy this body and put it on the fire team. It's not gonna be like that. And plus, the fire team, the shock towers do sit a little bit higher, so it's not just you can do that and do it in a chain. Now, of course, you could do it if you want to spend the money to do it. You know, another $200, $300, $400, $500 for it, but you're gonna have to buy the body. I think the body alone is like $100, but you don't get all this plastic and stuff with it, and you don't get the stuff you can clip it on. So you got to think about that as well. So hanging with JD says, is it beefed up enough compared to the 3S? Yes, this will kill the 3S. They're two different platforms. 3S has got a plastic chassis and stuff, and a slipper clutch. This has got a center diff. It's metal. I mean, it's metal chassis. So the 3S is good for what the 3S is for, a 3S vehicle. This is good for 6S, and now people are going to do 8S in it. But people did 8S in the Mojave, did 8S in the Fire too. So I know they're going to do it in this vehicle as well. So what's going on in Sun City? Do you like this truck better or the Max? I like this better. Because about $150 more, you get a bigger platform and you get a 6S capable truck. I think my Max went about 50 miles per hour out the box. And then you have to change stuff out. So what's the size versus the Nero? The Nero is going to be 8 scale, and this is going to be 7 scale. So this is going to be bigger than a Nero. I'll see if one of my friends have one, but this is going to be bigger than the Nero. So I appreciate that 3D offset. He said, I'm 16 and I'm definitely getting this to combine with my Big Rock version 3. There you go. Here comes some support for your channel. I appreciate that. And YouTube said, let's celebrate the first super chat on live stream. So big shout out to you on there, 3 y'all said. I appreciate that. Hanging with JD says, do you have a 3S Big Rock? I don't have any car. I just got a little 14 scale car that I was actually looking at, and I was gonna set that down to show you a size comparisons. And I do have my Sin Rally car. That's the car they released a couple of months ago. I do have that out there. And I think I got my Stampede 4x4. I could probably get one of those. The tires didn't balloon that bad at all when I ran it. You guys can see I did a video. You can see it right before this. This is called the after run. I'm gonna start doing this when I start featuring cars on my channel. I want to start actually going live after I run them. If I can get everything done by the day they actually announce and promote it, because today was kind of hectic to get this video up. I just was running around to get the video up today because I wanted you guys to see how it performed off road, how it performed as far as a speed test, and do an unboxing so you guys can see it. So, and yes, this does handle different than the fire team. If you took a box fire team, you took this out, they're going to handle differently. Now, my fire team is not really stock. I do have an upgraded servo on it. I did change the tires out. So I'll probably have to try to get the stock tires again and do a comparisons there with that. What size are the tires? I don't have all the specs in front of me. I could go on my other computer and look it up, but there's a link in the description so you guys can go over there and check it out at Horizon as well to see this. So making sure looking at all these, just PX says, you know, JT, looking at the diff cases, do you know if these are the EBX diff? I mean, yeah, it's got the I can't think of the name. When they started putting them in the Creighton EXB and stuff, it's got those diffs, and it's got that center diff in it, because I did look at that. So that diff is in it. And I could take a closer look at this and show this to you guys. So I'll actually take the body off in just a minute. But I'll show you guys some of the inside of this. So it's, I forgot what that center diff was called, but it does have that inside. I did look at that casing, so. I'll probably put some of the Copperhead 2 or Creighton tires on it so you guys can see how that looks at some point in time in the future. So, I know, Tony, right, Bree? Yeah, I was trying to eat a little bit before I went live, so I figured I'm probably going to be live for about, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. Answer you guys' questions. I'll probably go out there. I got my Stampede out there, I think. I can go grab that if you guys want to see like a Stampede 4x4 compared to it, or a rally car, 14 scale car. So, put it down in the comments. Or matter of fact, 3D offset. Which car do you want to see? You want to see the Stampede down here compared to this, or get the rally car, get a 14 scale car? Those are the only cars I have actually with me right now. So I have to scroll down probably to the bottom of the comments to see that. 'Tis the season for coughing, I know. Yo, Arrma took my breath away, and so did that potato chip I tried to sneak in and eat. That's what it was. It went down the wrong tube, so. How big is this compared to the 3S and the 6S? So this is bigger than the 8 scale vehicles. This is a big truck. I'll do some size comparison stuff when I get some time this weekend. This just actually kind of came in earlier, so I've been trying to at least get some content out for you guys so that the people that purchased it kind of know what they're getting, and the people that are thinking about it kind of know if they want to move forward with the purchase or not. So that's why I was trying to get this content out. That's funny. Spit it out, bro. Man, it was a chip. It went down the wrong tube. I'll probably change that. We may do some stuff tomorrow. I'll be at Hobbytown tomorrow, so we'll be doing some stuff there tomorrow. Oh, that's funny, Lightyear. Yeah, no, it was a chip. Yeah, Mr. Matt 2024. Yeah, hit the like for me. I'm trying to get this content out for you guys. I know you want to see it. I know you want to see it. Yeah, I got some water. Yeah, I can see people lowering this down and getting some road hogs on this too, and making this into a speed truck. The Servo Jackson is great, actually. It is a great upgrade for this. I could actually feel the truck not struggling to turn. Like the other servos, even though they were a little bit fast, I was always kind of worried they were gonna they were gonna break or something. But this servo is actually good. You guys saw the way I landed this, and I think the normal stock servo would not have held up. So do you think also that the attachment on the rear will be functional later down for the link for the trailer? I don't know. We can look at that a little bit closer. Yeah, this is going to be bigger in size than the Creighton. The Creighton may be just a tad bit wider. The 6S, I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, it's going to be bigger than the Outcast 6S. So this is bigger than the 8-scale vehicle. I got a size comparisons video I'll probably do tonight. Or not tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe at Hobbytown, we'll pull a couple cars out. Maybe they'll pull a Big Rock out and we can show that. Because people are going to want to see that tomorrow when I go up there. So do I think this compares to the Talon? So the Talon's going to be more of a speed truck. And this is going to be, if you took both of them off-road, this is going to perform better. But the Talon is made for, it's a speed truck, you guys. So that's what that's going to be for. So Mr. Mass is 24. I mean, he says the Stampede. Good morning. Stampede, Big Rock, please. I don't have the Big Rock here, so or the 1/14 scale. Let me get the 14 scale first, and I'll get the Stampede. So, guys, give me just a second. I may have to move this camera some, but this is the 14 scale. Move this back just a little bit so it doesn't fall off the table. So this is a 14 scale. And this is a vehicle that I'll be showing you guys probably in the next week or so. You can see how much smaller this 14 scale is. It looks more like a 16 scale car compared to this. So I'll be having some information coming out on this very soon as well, probably within the next day or two. But that's it compared to a 14 scale. And I do have the Stampede 4x4 I can grab as well. So let me set this right here. This camera really doesn't do it justice as far as showing size comparison because this car is going to be closer to the camera. But let me grab this Stampede 4x4. So I'll be back in just a minute. All right, I'm back. Take this little 14 scale out the way. You guys got a sneak preview of this. And here is the Stampede 4x4. And let me back this camera because like I said, since this is closer to the camera, it's going to look a lot bigger. But you guys see the size comparisons there with that. So it actually, like I said, if you guys know the size of the fire team and stuff, that's how big this vehicle actually is. It is actually big. So this camera doesn't do it justice with this being the closest. It makes it like the Stampede 4x4 is huge, but you guys know it's not a big truck. But if I put it, tire to tire back here, you guys can see the differences in size there. So I think the Creighton would probably come right about here or so with that. But the fire team, they're basically almost the same size. I think this just may sit, the fire team may sit just a tad bit higher only because of the body and stuff on it. So hopefully that helps you guys out with the size comparisons on it. So Sean said the stance reminds me of the Hobio MT Plus Sport 2. Yeah, this is actually bigger than that truck though. And this sits a little bit lower. That truck sits a little bit higher than this. I've had that truck and that sits a lot higher than this vehicle does. And this is longer. Is that I can't remember if that's the new one or not. I think it's not the Sport Plus. You're talking about the Plus 2 though. They had a new one that came out that I got. This is about the same size except for that still sits higher. Although Hobio trucks are going to sit a lot higher. This has a lower center of gravity than those would. Yes, I will show you guys the insides. Give me just a minute. I'm trying to make sure I get to the bottom of these comments before I do that. And I may have to go grab a light or something because I don't know how the lighting is. with this, and this is not allowing me to. My other phone lets me do a flashlight. This one does not. So, what's going on, Benjamin? We can check on the inner bearings in just a minute. Try to make sure I get to the bottom of these questions real quick. Hey. All right, so we're gonna take now to take this body off. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed while I hold this up. It's really not difficult at all. It's actually pretty easy. You can slide this up forward, and this just easily slides forward. And it wasn't hard to put the body back on either. I showed you guys that in the unboxing with this tab right here. This tab actually slides easily into this front part here, right there. And I may go get a lighting and stuff because I think is this too dark where you guys can't see it? I may have to go get a flashlight or something to flash on this. But this is a look at the inside of this. You guys will have to let me know. It's too dark? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to try to go get a light real quick. All right, let's see. Does that help out a little bit more? Makes it a little bit brighter. You guys can see the way that shock tower is constructed right there. He's a little dusty, y'all. It actually didn't. I did not clean out the inside. I think I had about 2 or 3 leaves in here from that running I did earlier. So that's how much got up in here. Just some dust stuff, but it was pretty dusty out there. So that's about it right there. So someone says, can we get a close-up of the light buckets on the body? Yeah, I'll show that to you. Yeah, the body actually held up. You guys saw, if you watch my video or if you haven't, you'll see the way I ran it in that my video I posted out earlier today, and the body did not pop off and it actually held on. I mean, I was surprised about that too, but it actually latches on pretty good. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Some people want to look at the light buckets and stuff right there. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty good. I'm not going to knock everything over. So they're going to go in this one and then this one over here. And there may be a third one in the middle. I'm sorry, I'm looking down there. All the way down here. Right there. I don't know if you guys can see that better or not. So the lights or buckets are going to be here on the side right there. So this is built at the way this is constructed is actually good, guys. I mean, look at the inside of this. When I saw the inside, I was like, oh, yeah, that's constructed and reinforced to take a beating, because I did land several times on the top of this. The only thing I would say you should do is take a little tape, and you guys see right here where it's got some little indents where I was bashing and landing. I would just tape the inside of that there. You really didn't need anything on the side walls for anything, or the side wheel walls or anything, because none of that messed up. But you guys see where there's some scrape marks in there, but not too many from the crashes and stuff I was doing when I ran this, and it landed on its top about 2 or 3 times, and then some of the flipping. But you guys see the way that's constructed though in there. Hopefully you can see those light buckets a little bit better. So hopefully that answered the question about those. Somebody asked about the bearings. I think I can't really do that without taking the tire and wheel off, and I don't have tools or anything in here. But we are gonna flip this around real quick and show you guys some of the insides of this. Get this up here without knocking everything over. Hopefully that gives you guys a good view. You guys can see all that in there. All right, back to some of the comments. All right, so any other questions or things you guys want to see why I got this body off? Or any questions as far as me running it? I mean, everything has been fine thus far with this. You guys can see the front of that bumper there. People asked about a wheelie bar. Um, the construction of the back of this is just like kind of like the fire team and some of the other Arrma cars. So some aftermarket companies have wheelie bars that'll fit those vehicles. You can use them on this as well. I'm gonna put this body back on. I'm just gonna put it on top of here real quick. I should probably try to slide it on if I could do this with one hand. I doubt I can. I'm gonna have to do two hands, guys, and I'll put this light back on here. And make sure this plug is out the way, which it is. Slide that back on, and bam, we're good. All right, shine this light back up here so you guys can see this a little bit better. Hopefully it's not too bad. So someone wants to see the shocks closer. What's the limit on the battery size? I used since this battery tray is about the same as the fire team and stuff, I know you can use, it's going to be a tight fit, but I actually got a 10,000 milliamp SMC LiPo in my fire team. The one I used today, I actually used two. I used a 500 hard case when I did the speed test, and then when I took it off road, I used a Z Racing. I think it was an 8,000 milliamp. So that gives you the information on the battery tray and size. I actually have a battery over here. I can show that to you guys too. And somebody talked about seeing the shock. So I'm gonna go grab a battery real quick so you guys can see that. All right, this Z Racing is a 52, but it's large. So you see the 55 from SMC is right here. It's a hard case LiPo, but it's also shorter too. This one's going to be a little bit longer. And if we remove this body back off here, now I only have two hands, so I can't put all that in there. But the tray size is the same as you guys see there. It's going to fit up in there because I actually fit this up in there, and it was long enough. It was still long enough to be able to fit up in there. This whole tray was, so to fit the battery in there. So we shouldn't have any problem with that because that's one I ran when I took it off road because I wanted to make sure the battery wasn't going to move or anything as I was running and jumping with it. And I'm gonna put this right back here. Oh, somebody went to look at the shocks up close. You guys see that with the shocks? A little dusty. So you guys see all that there. And move this up here. So this is a 13 that comes with it, and it gets a 16 as a speed gear with it. And with the larger size tires, I know why they did that. They wouldn't want to put a 16 and then a 20 because it's going to overheat probably with a 16 running off road. So appreciate that, guys. It did fine. I did a video T&M diecast reviews. You can see a video I posted out. I think it posted at 8:30. I'm just kind of doing an after run so you guys can ask questions about it and see up close with it. So tomorrow when I go to Hobbytown, I think they got a couple of vehicles we'll actually pull out. I've seen the Traxxas Max and I think they got a Big Rock out there and a Grant and stuff. So we'll pull those out and we'll put those side by side. I don't know if we'll go live or not because the connections when we go live can be horrible. but I'll probably will film some video and show that to you guys. So I definitely got a size comparisons video coming up soon with this, but this is 7 scale size though. Okay, well, it's out there if you want to watch it. So, but it ran good. It did 38 on 4S, which I'm still debating on the GPS I download to my phone because sometimes it doesn't give the best readings. I just download that. I got to fix my other GPS. The battery just died on that thing. It was just crazy. But I'm trying to work on a way to put another battery up in there or do something with it. So it did 38 on 4S, and then it did 57 on 6S, and that's box stock. That's without all the speed gearing and stuff like that put on there. I'm actually gonna move this truck back so. There we go. This light's probably gonna be a little bit glare, but at least you guys can see a little bit better. That would be a good comparison. Someone says the Creighton EXB would hold up better. It's a truggy, so it'd be interesting. I know a couple of people locally have those cars, so we may get them out and run them. But we got to do box stock, so we'll see. Yeah, all three of the colors look good. The red looks good. The white looks good, and the gunmetal looks good. So I know some people that actually got the white body, and the white body is not released until December, so that'll be a good Christmas present there. But I think any color you get is gonna be good. I'm just so glad it didn't go like a green color. A dark blue would have been also nice as well. But I think since they had the gunmetal, they did that was their darkest color, and then they got the reds kind of in between, and they have the white. So Coyote RC says he likes it better than the fire team. He regrets selling his fire team. Yeah, because when I ran this, I was trying to in my mind compare it to my fire team monster truck conversion. I believe I was like the first person to do that, to get the low C3 XLE body and put it on here, or put it on the fire team and try to make it into a truck. And I said if Arrma does that, they got a winner, and they did it. I mean, what was that, about a year ago? I think that was. Yeah, it was about a year, maybe a little. Was it over a year? Probably over a year. I can't remember. But I'm glad they did it, and I'm glad they did it as a Big Rock. Does it cross with the Creighton? I'm assuming you're thinking parts compatibility. No, it's going to be more compatible with the fire team and then also the Mojave. I think the A arms are going to be more like the fire team and not like the Mojave. But like I said, I'll do a comparisons video. This live video is just more or less to show you guys the truck and answer any questions. So Eric said, "What's your top 3 trucks?" All right. So right now that I drove this is in the top 3. My Stampede's always going to be there. It's my first 4-wheel drive vehicle, so my Stampede's always going to be in my top 3 trucks. And then I'd have to say I haven't driven. I don't own any of the new 8S EXB ready to run vehicles, so I'd have to say it's going to be the X-Max. And between this and the X-Max, this is faster than the X-Max. People probably don't want to hear that, but it's faster than the X-Max. The X-Max is about 45 to 48 out the box, and that's on 8S, and this is 57 from me running it out the box on 6S. The X-Max is going to be a little bit bigger, but the thing about the X-Max is as soon as you jump in and land, like if I had the X-Max out today and I had landed like that, when I land on the top, the body would have popped off. And that gets kind of embarrassing as you're running it out there and you're driving and the body pops off. You got to run down there and put the body on it. So hopefully Traxxas will have a fix for that. But as far as trucks go, that's going to be my top 3. This right here, I'm going to drive this an awful lot. I'm going to take it through the ringers and stuff, and then let you guys know over the next couple of weeks and stuff as I drive it. Any parts that break, any things that you guys may want to look at. And I may do 8S. I know people want to do that, and I may do it as a speed truck, even though it's not really meant for that. But if I do 8S, I will have to shim the diffs for it. But I may do that if enough people want to see that. 6S, granted, I don't know if they would do that because that would just be an outcast. I mean, they got an outcast, so that's a short wheelbase truck, so they got an outcast. So I don't think they'll do that. I think Arrma will do this, and I think they'll go back around and they'll work on their 18 scale series. They may do a brushless, granted, I don't know. but it would be cool to have maybe a small fire team or something like that. That'd be actually pretty good. So, yep, this is in my top 3. This booted another one out. Yeah, I'm gonna put some road hogs or something here at some point in time and take it off road and gear it up. I got a spool I can put up in there from a Speed Tech RC. I could put one of their spools in here and get this running to see what kind of top speeds we get. Sorry, this thing is trying to get me to remove comments. I'm not trying to do that. So Kai says, do you think they'll make a 4S fire team? I don't know. I probably doubt they will. Probably be no need for it because you got the regular fire team and that's good as it is. And the fire team was a hit or miss with some people because of the body. So if you didn't like that, you're gonna love this one right here. I mean, just the detail, even on the, look at that. Just the detail on this alone. And I was so surprised because I don't think they said in their promo videos talked about these actually folding in. Because when I was bashing, I actually hit this on the side and those folded in. If they didn't fold in, they would have broke off. Like I think the Hobbytown ones actually don't fold in, so that probably would have broke off. But I haven't broken anything on that truck, except for when I took it to the skate park and went real crazy with it. I think I broke the hinge pin holder or something like that. So a 7 scale Typhon next. They should probably do a 5th scale. We haven't had a 5th scale buggy out in a while, so Arrma's pretty good at pressing to the next level. So maybe there'll be a 5th scale Typhon coming out next. That'd be pretty good because I think people do want a 5th scale type buggy and maybe a 5th scale type car as well. So that'd be pretty good. Maybe a 5th scale, I don't know, felony infraction or limitless, or maybe they'll do something different. I don't know. I'm not in the Arrma R&D department. So Quad Crazy Bus says, Frog and Throw, you're probably just catching up. Yeah, I choked like 20 minutes ago. So we got about 79 people on. Appreciate if all you guys smash that like button. We just lost 3. We went 79 to 76 that quick. You guys probably want to chat amongst yourselves as well, so I will just let y'all chat somewhat. I love the Big Rock 3S, and I think they named these things and aim to make a difference in the sizes and drive similar. Yeah, this looks very similar to driving style. It does. I would say they did aim for the 3S supersized because it did drive good. So, will you ever open your own hobby store? No, I won't do that. I'll support the local hobby shops, but I don't have the time, the bandwidth to even think about even doing an online store. But I do help out at stores periodically. I'll probably be helping out at Buford, Hobbytown Buford, the holiday season, just being up there, chilling for a couple hours on the weekends and stuff like that. So if you guys ever want to know, maybe I'll start publicizing that when I go, because I've been going up there probably every other weekend or something. They say they will, if you say they'll build it, yeah, you never know. Oh, Johnny Jetson says he just watched the review. Yeah, it was good, man. Like I said, I ran it even more afterwards. And I actually just charged up some batteries because, like I said, tomorrow I'll be at Hobbytown from 2 to 4. So I'll be up there with this vehicle. I got to clean it off, get it ready for Super Speed Saturday, because tomorrow we are putting the 16 tooth in here, and we're going to take this out and we're going to see what kind of speeds we get. I'm not even going to touch the difference or anything. I want you guys to see how this performs stock out the box. I don't know about Raz with that. I don't know. I don't, even though I'm on YouTube, I don't follow a lot of YouTube other channels and stuff. I may look every now and then, but I really don't follow them much. I don't really have the time for that, but I hope he is okay. Yeah, some Renegades will look good on here. So EXB Big Rock, I don't think they need it, y'all. I really don't. I think if they do it, they should probably just sell some components. Like the chassis braces should probably be EXB. They should have an EXB conversion kit or something. I don't think it would be beneficial to make one because I don't think that many people would buy it, especially if they buy this and they got an EXB, whether it's a roller or not. Now, some people may like that, but I think if they do it, they should just release the components and the. I need to see if the fire or not the fire team, the Mojave EXP components fit on here because the chassis, as far as that is, from what I can see, is going to be the same. So you can probably use those components on here. So I'll have to double check and see, but I'll definitely let you guys know. But it's held up. I don't jump my truck 30, 40 feet in the air, so I don't really need the aluminum chassis braces and all that. So, all right, T and M, please appreciate you joining. Yeah, the people that do wheels and tires are gonna go crazy with this. I think the aftermarket is gonna go crazy and just wait till Proline does something. They'll have something out there and a couple of maybe car bodies, Delta Plastic and stuff. But this right here, like I said, guys, this right here, when you see it in person, it's just completely different. I mean, you guys saw when I did the video how I was just like, whoa, when I opened it up. Because I didn't expect it to be this red. This is the same red as the Outcast 8S is. So that's what shocked me too. I'm glad they used that color for it. So I can only imagine the gunmetal and then the white and how that looks. Lucas Shell, the chassis I believe is going to be the same as the Mojave, but the shock towers and everything I showed a little bit earlier are looked to be a lot different. So it does handle differently than the Mojave and then also the Fire Team. Each one of those vehicles handles it different, just handles differently. That's the best way I can describe it. One-fifth scale GRPs would be great. Yeah. I know you guys are gonna go crazy with this. I mean, my imagination only goes so far. And I'm not even trying to do a lot with this because I want to see what you guys do with it when you get it. I mean, they'll be out within the next week and a half. Stores will start getting them in, start shipping them out and stuff. So mid November for this, and then the white's gonna be December. So I know you guys are gonna go crazy with lights and all kinds of stuff. So I don't plan on really doing too much more to this other than the box stock run. I may change the tires out, but I will be taking it in different areas and stuff, and probably I may lower it down to a speed test or something like that, and just see how fast it goes. Because I know that with my Fire Team, I think I got like 80 something stock out the box. I lowered it down like real low, like that, and I used the stock tires on there. So yeah, shallow side RC, no body roll. I mean, you guys saw the video. So what about a 6S Vortex? I don't think they would do that because they have their Truggy series. I mean, I don't think they would do that, but you never know. Yeah, it has the EFC, the EXB differentials in it, and a Mojave chassis. So it does use some of those components. Yeah, the Mojave 4S is good. I should have, brought that out to show it to you, but I don't even have that here with me either. So the last 4 cars they've released have been good. You guys got to think about the Gorgon, then the Mojave 4S, and we were very surprised on that one. And then they have the Granite Chrome, and now they have this. So I think they may be done for the year. I'd be surprised if they put anything else out there, but I haven't run the Gorgon lately since I last ran it brushless, and then I changed it back to brush, and then just try to run it against just the Stampede and stuff. So I haven't run it lately. I got several cars to kind of show you guys in the next week or two on some components, radios. I got a drone, so I got several things to actually start trying to get videos ready to show to you guys on this. But this was top priority, y'all. This was top priority. But I do have a new radio. I'm going to show that to you guys tomorrow that I'll be using in here. It's actually going to be pretty cool. And I'll put some information out about that. I'll probably put in a community post. You guys will start seeing that there for some of these products. Then I'll do a video on it. So how heavy is it? I don't know the exact specs on it being how heavy, but what is this like? Someone might be able to look real quick and tell us how heavy it is. Yeah, Nick, some people are. You guys are patient. Some people are waiting on the white one. But that'll be a great Christmas present. Eric, I probably will in the future for crawlers. I have to allocate time. You guys know I run two YouTube channels, so it's not just this one. So sorry, people are trying to hit me up and stuff. And I got this phone on the light going so you guys can see this body. I don't know if it's the spiral cut center differentials like on the EXB or not. I don't know. Lucas, on you probably have to just look in the link, click on the link, and you can find some information on it probably. So the servo is held up fine. So Sun City R says it's a fire team with BLS components. It's a fire team that's the truck that should be, if they did a 7 scale truck, that's the best way I can put it. And I'm glad they did it. If you're going to try to convert your fire team, this is probably going to cost you a couple $100s. I mean, it's not just the body, but you got to think about how the body actually fits on here, and the shock towers and stuff are different. So it is a different vehicle. It's not just a fire team with a truck body on it. Just like the Mojave, or just like the fire team isn't just the Mojave with that fire team body on it. That's the best way to put it. Differences in the ESC. I've only run this, 3 times today. So I haven't had enough runs in to tell a difference. I did tell that the punch was a little bit different with it. And at low speeds, I didn't have any clogging and stuff. Now, I had that on the version 1, but I haven't run it enough to really tell complete differences with it. Oh, no problem, Joe. Why they didn't go 8S? 6S is enough. You guys saw this on 6S, 50 plus miles per hour. You gear it up. They probably know people will go 8S on it, but with 8S, you're gonna need probably 2 lipos and a bigger speed controller and a bigger motor, and it's gonna cost a lot more money to do that. I think 6S is actually fine for this. I mean, I think it's the actual sweet spot. Not saying that people won't go 8S, but I think 6S is actually the sweet spot for it. I appreciate that, just RC. I don't know about the ESC doing 8.4. I haven't looked at all the specs on that. My thing was getting this out, trying to unbox it, show it to you guys, do a speed test, and then run it off road. No, it's more than Mojave. The handle is completely different than a Mojave. I know some of you guys are just now joining. So it's not just the Mojave with a truck body on our fire team. It actually is a truck. Each one of those cars are completely different in the way they run and the way they handle. So y'all, we have about a few more minutes on here. I'm gonna have to get off of here in just a few. So if you have any other questions, ask now or forever hold your peace while we are live. No, I just like bright colors. I like red and I like orange. If I had to choose, it'd be an oranges type body, then red. Then I go to some of the dark color. Hey, what's going on, just RC? Yeah, sometimes you guys miss me on this live broadcast. I try to do it after the premiere of this vehicle earlier. I'm gonna try to start doing after premiere so it goes straight to the live video, but I just hadn't planned on setting it up. So yeah, if you watch the video I just put out about an hour ago, you'll see the speed test I did. I did an unboxing, I did a speed test, and then I also ran it off road too. So you'll see all that in the video. This is just kind of an after run, and then answering any questions you guys may have. All right, Kyle, RC, have fun. Yeah, Robert, this is definitely a good addition to the Arrma family. So, Nick says, "Do I recommend this if he already has a Mojave?" Yes, it handles differently. You're gonna see it handles a lot different than a Mojave does. Totally different. Yep, Clayton, this is a complete different monster. This is a 7 scale. The 3S is a 10 scale. So it's a big difference. This has probably got several inches on the 3S model, lengthwise, and probably 3 or 4 inches widthwise, and it's bigger and all that. So it's definitely a different monster than the 3S. So, all right, have fun at work. I'm about to get off here myself. No problem, Sensei. I try to do some stuff out there for you guys. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to end this in just a few minutes if you guys don't have any questions. I don't have any vehicles. I put a Stampede to it earlier. If you guys scroll back to maybe the 20-minute mark in here, I did put that in a 14 scale vehicle up to it. It's actually bigger than what it kind of looks there. This camera makes it look small and stuff, but it actually is big. If you know how a fire team is, it's the same size as a fire team, which is 7 scale. So you guys can see all that right there. So guys, I'm going to get off of here because I have several things I have to do. I appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate your support and stuff for the channel. Nick says you take the body off. Yeah, I took it off earlier. I'll slide it off real quick again, just so you can see the inside of it. And then we will end this video. So there's the inside of it. See those shock towers? Sway bars, tower to tower brace, chassis braces, front and rear. That's the new ESC and the new servo. You guys see all that in there. So there it is. Yeah, Steve, I like the look of it too. So, well, guys, I have to get off of here. I got several things I have to do, plus other stuff and all that. But as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't watched the video, I did put the video up there. Yes, it has a center diff in it too. So it does have a center diff and all that into it. There's a link in the description so you guys can go check that out. So, but guys, I have to get off of here. So stay tuned tomorrow for Super Speed Saturday. We're going to put the high speed gearing in here and take this bad boy out to see what kind of speeds we get.